All right, what's up, guys? We are back, episode
Hey,
5 or 6 of the Hermcast.
I think it's 5.
So, my fucking hair is absolutely gnarly. It needs to get cut. Disgusting. I think I'm wearing the same shirt as the last podcast, but I have two of the same
Yeah.
ones, and just the color looks different on the logo, so I don't know. But it got washed, so I don't know if
Now
this
this
is.
man, it's been a week since our last
I haven't
podcast, and
changed
this
my
man's been
clothes at
wearing the
all.
same clothes since. That's
I was
that's
stranded
why.
on an island. You could tell by my hair and shit.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a
This
lot
guy's
to.
been on the raft.
Yeah, I've been literally on the raft. We got a lot to talk about. Like a dude. So not even just topics, but we might have just a lot to say. So me and Donald have been working out ever since the last podcast. He had to flex his guns.
Oh, you mean? Let me just take these about. Dude, look at that definition right there, dude.
Okay, so
Oh, dude, look at that.
I'm not gonna
Dude,
flex.
look at that peak right there, dude. Look at that.
So this guy is a roided out, muscle bound piece of garbage,
Dude, I'm
and
just a big boy.
I mean, you can tell just by looking down at the corner. I'm not. Chicken
We
Little.
got Slenderman over here, boys.
Yeah, looking like Chicken Little over here. So, I'm not going to be flexing anytime soon. But I do
Dude,
plan.
I'll make sure from this point on to do it in everyone.
Yeah, I do plan to one up Donald as time goes on. I've been working out. Actually, to be honest, like I don't know if you do it more than once a day, but like I try and do it like a couple times a day, just like getting in workouts and shit.
hmm
So that's what I do. I want to eventually start like jogging and stuff, but fuck it,
Like
dude.
my workout is like just work. Like I lift a lot at work, so
That's how you got those
you know,
gains.
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I've definitely gained a little more muscle mass since working there,
yeah,
so
definitely.
it's pretty good.
Yeah. So
Some good stuff.
that's what we got going on. Just a little behind the scenes competition, I guess, for myself. You know what I mean? And also, it's good for your
Yeah,
overall health too to keep your muscles nice. So
this guy's trying to one up me.
I am. So hopefully, so apparently, there's no like fucking I don't know. My mom went to Walmart the other day because she's like, dude, your hair is looking gnarly. I gotta get you a buzzer because I don't have a buzzer, right? So she was
Yeah.
like, oh, you know what? I'm getting you a buzzer. She went in there and apparently there's no buzzers. I don't know how that's possible, but I'm gonna order one online and I gotta cut this whole shit, dude.
Dude,
It's
I'll send you a link in a minute of the one that I have,
cool. Yeah.
and
This is
it works. It's perfect and it's easy to clean and everything.
good.
So
Good shit.
some good.
Now we have a lot of gaming topics to get into, just random shit. We have some like rap stuff to get into. Should we get into the real life thing first? So we have a real life topic to talk about, and I wanted to do like, cause you know how we usually do skits here on the hub. We usually, for the raft videos, we have some
hmm
toxic, cancerous shit that we do, just random skits. The last podcast, Donald put his Modern Warfare goggles on and did his skit.
Yep.
I was thinking of like doing a celebration type of skit for this one. And you would think like, why are you celebrating? You would, is the virus over? Is something you would have thought the virus was
That'd
over.
be nice.
But this might even be better than a virus is over celebration. Obviously in this world right now, there's a lot of crazy stuff happening. With the riots happening, it's a very sad moment in time, but for us on the hub, it's not that bad of a time because we've been blessed with a gift from the gods where we have just lost someone. They have left our lives, hopefully for good. So we're
Oh
gonna
God.
go over this situation right now, and I wanted to say, so maybe this will be the only time we speak on the matter. And if for
Is this about what I think it is?
yes, it is. Now, if for some reason you track us down and you find this channel because you know who you are, should we say the name? The dude's name. We'll call him,
I wouldn't say the name.
we'll
Just
say
call him
Chad.
B.
Chad.
No, just call him B.
B.
You don't need to
We'll
say
say
his
B.
name.
All
just,
right.
just call him B. Hey,
Initial B.
call him B.
So
Yeah.
B. So, all right. This guy knows about me through my channel. We'll see how. All right. So first of all, if you find this channel and he knows about my personal channel,
Mm-hmm.
DballerXX, that's how he found me. But for
Yep.
some reason, B, if you find this channel, this is no disrespect towards you at all. Hopefully,
Yeah, dude, you're a nice
you
guy
are a cool guy. We
for the most
genuinely
part.
enjoyed talking to you. Like we had a fun time every weekend. We would
Yeah.
talk. And we're gonna get into the details of everything in just a second. But just as a disclaimer, anytime I make a disclaimer and then I talk about someone, they usually still get pissed off. For my ARC series, I talked about this girl named C, and she was still pissed even though I made a disclaimer. Either way, um, B, uh, we're
Oh
sorry,
boy.
in advance. And if you did, get upset from the actions that had happened that we're going to go over,
Mm.
um, I don't know. We're going to go over the whole situation. So basically, I have a Discord, and if you guys want to join that, well, no one's really watching the podcast yet at this point, but whatever. Go to my channel, whatever. There's going to be a way you could join the Discord, whatever. But basically, I put out a community post on my channel, and I was like, hey guys, if you want to join my Discord, you can. Here's the link. And a couple people came in and out and stuff like that. But there's one guy who stayed. And this is the
Mm-hmm.
thing about communities, okay? This is the thing about gaming communities in general. I guess I'm mainly a part of the Fallout community, I guess you could say. My channel has been popularized from Fallout, and so from that, you're gonna get people from all different types of backgrounds that come to that channel in looking for Fallout content, and you're gonna get really
Mm.
cool people, down to earth people, young kids, older people, I've heard people in their like 60s and 70s. I've gotten comments. I found out that they were old and stuff like that. And you get all in between people just like me and
Mm.
Donald and stuff, but then you get people who are really, really weird, and it's like that in every single community. Just weirdos, man, straight up
Yeah,
weird
yeah, yeah.
people. I'm sure Donald, you get that in the wrestling community.
Yeah.
You've told me, and
I've came across a few of
it's
those.
like that in every
Yeah.
community. People get it in the Call of Duty Zombies community. I hear about it a lot. I follow that. And stuff like that, just in general. I'm sure it's people like that in the COD community and stuff too. Just there are those people that are weirdos, and
Mm-hmm.
usually I've noticed the weirdos are more vocal. And it's not everyone. I'm actually friends with a lot of people in the Fallout community that are really, really cool people, and I love them. They're great people, but they're just some real weirdos in the community as
Yeah.
well, and they tend to be more vocal, and it's like that a lot. Um, so B, I'm sorry if I'm calling you a weirdo. But so basically, like I said, I put out the community post, and the guy saw it. He joined the Discord, and he was a cool guy, whatever. And then every weekend, I guess you could say, me and the boys would hop in the voice chat, and B would hop in there as well. And I set up a bot where you could play music and stuff like that, and it would play. You could just do like, you play a song, you do exclamation mark play, and
Mm-hmm.
then you could link it'll play any YouTube video. So you could play songs, a full length podcast, literally anything that you can look up on YouTube. You could play it. So he was in there, and if you guys know me and Donald and any of the other boys, like, we like to joke around, we like to troll, we shit talk, and we just try and get under each other's skin, but we try not to take shit too far. But so with B, we were like kind of messing with him and stuff, and he's into a lot of the weirder type of music, weirder in our sense. That's what he likes though, and that's
Yeah, yeah.
understandable. And so he's into the music that we don't really like, but I mean, some of the music that he was playing was cool. It was like, all right, like I can see how this is all right, whatever.
Yeah, it's
But
some catchy stuff,
it
yeah.
was kind of catchy and stuff, but he would, like, I don't know, the dude would act really creepy. He would say certain things, and he would preach about a lot of things that wouldn't really sit kind of well with us. Like, he seemed like he knew the whole world, you know what I mean? Like, he
Mm.
knew everything. And if you know that type of person where it's like, I know everything, this is what's wrong with the world, and fuck everyone else who doesn't agree with me. And so, to not disrespect the guy, I would just agree with the stuff that he would say. I would just be like, yeah, 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 oh, cool, that's cool, whatever. And he just, would go on about all this random stuff. but it got to the point where, and I kind of felt bad for the guy because he would talk about certain things where it's like, he told us how he used to get bullied in school and how, like, he hated everyone. He wants to leave America and stuff like that, and he has plans for it. And but then he got really creepy and he said stuff about, like, it's really easy to get away with murder. It's really easy to get away with murder. You could murder someone and get away with it, dude.
Now, like, in my opinion, I think he has some type of issue. Like, he from the time that we've spent in calls with him, he clearly wasn't and isn't in, like, the right state of mind. He's going a little, like, crazy. I don't know if it's I don't know if I'd say I'd use the word crazy, because that's kind of, like, it's a little messed up.
Yeah.
But it's just either something happened to him when he was, like, younger, or is happening to him now, and it's just making him hate the world and making him think all these, like, thoughts that he should not be thinking. And people like that are normally put in institutions or the police are called on them, especially when you're saying that stuff online to people. But I like it. I think he's, for the most part, he's basically just harmless. Like, I couldn't see him doing anything that he ever mentioned. And half the things he did mention that were true, I don't. A majority of them I don't even believe. I think he's just saying it to.
Maybe.
Oh, I think he was just saying it to, like, it's kind of like when you're in school, you'd say something and to make yourself look like cool,
yeah.
And I think that's kind of the case,
yeah,
with that one. And we could, talk about the whole, his buddy in the call with him. But yeah, that's really my thoughts.
That!
Dude.
Oh
Yeah,
my! Okay,
dude.
we're getting into that. We're getting into that. Okay.
Yeah, dude. No, you want me to do it right now, dude?
We're gonna get into that. Okay, so and it's cool because before we ever got into the voice chat with the guy, we would talk, me and him would talk back and forth in the Discord chat, and we would just talk about, like, YouTube and stuff like that, because that's where he found me, and we would get into these long conversations, paragraphs back and forth, and, like, he seemed like a genuinely cool dude, and to this day, he's still, like, he's an alright guy.
You guys got quite a bit in common when it comes to, like, video games and stuff.
Yeah, we have stuff, me and him have stuff in common. We have interests in, like, games and stuff like that. He's a cool guy. But, like, he said stuff where it's like, what was the one thing that he said? Oh, yeah, he was, on that final day we talked to him, he was like, because he would always try and tell us stuff, like, crazy stuff that not only he did, but stuff that, like, his friends would do, and he would, like, brag about it. He would be like, oh man, yeah, and like he would brag about it like it's cool. So I don't even know if this is true or not, but he was like, yeah, on the final day we talked to him, he was like, man, my friend, something along the lines of, maybe this isn't word for word, but it was basically like, yeah, my friend, he's a badass, like, he got away with rape. And I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, he's like 23 or something like that, and he raped a girl who was like 13 or something. And I was like,
no, I think he said she was like 15 or something like that.
Something like that. And he was like, yeah, and he got away with it. And I was like, that's fucked up. And he was like, yeah, like what? Yeah. But and he was talking about it like, yeah, nah, he did that shit. Yeah, fresh meat. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Like, rape, like, it's not a funny thing. Like, I know people that it's actually happened to. So it's like in a joking way, it's, you can, say it to one of your boys, you're like, oh, I'm gonna,
yeah,
but like on a serious note, Like if you know someone that has done that, you shouldn't be bragging
And that's the
at
thing I
all.
want to touch on too, because we always joke around. We like if you join my Discord, you could see the rules and stuff like that. And I set it up so it's
Mhm.
like, you know, we joke around and shit. We get under each other's skin and we say some really fucked up shit to each
Yeah.
other, but we never do shit where we know it's serious. And like if we know it's serious, we'll be like, yo, you could just chill. You know what I mean? Where it's like, for example, right? Like, you know, with the whole rape situation. Like me, just joking around, we could be like, "Ah, fuck you, Donald. I hope you get raped in an alley," just like as a joke.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like, if it's something serious, where like, say, Donald's fucking friend, his other some one of his fucking close friends got raped, and I'm like, "Ha, your fucking friend's an idiot. They got raped. Fuck them." Like that's fucked. That's fucked up. You don't
Yeah.
say shit like that. The thing about B is that he would say stuff where it's not. I don't think we really ever joked around with him unless we were reacting to like a song. Like we would play Filthy Frank songs on the song
Like
thing
I
on the bot.
definitely joked with him, but I don't think he took it as a joke.
Yeah, exactly.
Like with the whole like I think it was like the first night we ever talked to him, and where he just starts like playing music or sending links to like some like
Death metal, crazy.
it's literally like Russian death metal, but all they're talking about is some like gay stuff. Like they're just banging dudes and yeah, coming on each other's some weird stuff. And I'm just jokingly, I'm like, hey man, I like this music.
Yeah.
Or and then I think I said like, oh my go-to music's like I
Anime
think it was like
screamo or some
yeah,
shit.
anime screamo or something like that, and he literally took it serious.
And he would
Uh,
send you songs every now and
Yeah, he
then.
would send me songs whenever we were talking, thinking like, "Hey, you like this
Hey, check
music?"
this
And I'm
one
like,
out. I think you would like it. Yeah,
and then when he'd be in there, and I'd be like, it's a little catchy,
yeah.
or I'd be like, "Yo, this is
Yeah,
garbage,"
you
and he just, I feel like he was a sensitive
he
soul.
doesn't get the
He's very
jokes.
sensitive.
Yeah. But that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, I want to grow a community, and I know you do too. Where it's like,
Mhm.
hopefully, we could eventually have something where we can have a Discord, and even just on YouTube fans and shit, where it's like we could say whatever the fuck we want, and the people are on the same page as us because they get us and they watch us all the
They
time.
know all the jokes.
They watch us all the time. The thing about like a wrestling channel or a Fallout channel is like we're just showing stuff off, so we get people from wherever. And I think that's the
Hmm.
cool thing about the hub on what we're trying to do here is that on the hub we make our jokes, especially on the podcast, we show our personality. And if it's someone like a B were to see this podcast and watch it, I don't think he would maybe even really stick around that long because it's our personality, and I don't think he really vibes with that on a full level where like maybe someone random would watch this podcast and like connect with our personalities and our jokes that we make,
Yeah.
and that's the type of community that we want to build. So like hopefully eventually we could have stuff like that where we could have a Discord of people that could just get those jokes and take stuff the way that we take it and stuff. So I don't know, but like yeah, he so all right, should we get to the big joke, or should we say how we got him out of there first? The
So I wasn't there.
okay.
I
So
was working.
the second,
I came home to you freaking
okay,
out, letting me know all this.
all right, we'll do a
So
recap of that.
you can
Okay,
tell the story.
so this was the second to last time I talked to B. So fuck. One thing I want to say about B too before we get into the jokes, you know, I do feel bad for him because you could tell. And it's the whole thing of like you're a product of your environment. And every time I
Mm.
talked to him, he would always talk about like anytime we talked, it's always like, you know, he's
Something depressing
something
that's
bad,
going
something
on,
sad,
or
and it makes you feel worse and worse for the guy. Um, and you could tell like he would say he said something along. And he said this a couple times where it's like, yeah, you know, I surround myself around people who have the means to hurt me, but I befriend them to the point where they wouldn't hurt me. Like physically, I guess you could say, or something like that. And I'm like,
Mhm.
why would you want to put yourself around those people? You know what I mean? You shouldn't put yourself around so much negativity. And he's like,
Yeah.
basically like, oh, because I know that if I befriend them, then they can protect me in the future and stuff. And seems really like he's living a movie or something. I don't know, but I feel bad for the guy. Either way, so all right. So the second
He was just stroking his cat.
okay, so the second to last time I talked to him, uh, so I was playing Call of Duty Warzone with a friend of mine, close friend, and he got offline. Our group ended, and then another friend, you may have seen him if you know my channel,
Cool.
Punisher, good dude, funny guy. He hit me up on Discord and he wanted to play COD. I said no, I just got done playing that, and he was like, "All right, let's hop into the."
You're about to get a link just in case anything closes, just so you know.
Okay.
All right.
And he was like, hop into the Discord and let's play some music on the music bot. So I was like, all right, cool. So we hopped in there, and every time we hop into my Discord chat, B always hops in the call. Like, I think he must have notifications on for the second someone enters the chat, because I set up the Discord in the way that so it's not annoying whenever someone sends a message or anything. It will not notify anyone. B, you can turn notifications on for the Discord if you would like to. It's an optional feature if you would like to. So B must have had those things turned on so that the second anyone joins the Discord call, he gets notified. So he'll hop in. Anyway, so we were in there. The second we got in there, he hopped in, and we were just me and Punisher wanted to just talk about games and just catch up on life, because we go like a while without talking to each other, and then we talk again, and we like to see what's up with each other. The thing with B, he doesn't give you a chance to catch up on life with your friends, because he always, the second he joins, he
instantly has to tell some story or
he won't stop,
show you a video,
So-
and it's just constant.
Yeah. And once again, B, if you're watching this, I am sorry. Like, this isn't meant to attack you in any way. We're just going over the situation.
You're nice, dude.
Yeah.
It's just, we obviously had a little issues with it, and we didn't want to we didn't want to flat out be like, hey, dude, you need to shut your mouth, or or just relax a bit. We're just letting you do your thing. Like, if it was making you happy or whatever, then it made you happy.
Yeah. We like you. We really do. I don't know. If you see this and you want to, fix things in the future, comment on this video or, some video of mine, and we can discuss that privately or something, and we'll figure something out. We can go over it, but just, yeah. So, me and Punisher were trying to catch up on old times. B joined the call. We couldn't do that. He was just talking about this other game for the longest time, and he was talking about this game, and we were playing music on the music player, and the song ended, and he was like, "Oh, check out these voice lines for this game because it's really impressive." And I was like, "Sure, okay." He played 2 8-minute long videos of voice lines. 2. And I told the guy, because I tried to use it as an excuse, like, yo, this is too long. I'm trying to have a conversation, but to not be an asshole to the guy, I was like, yo, the video says, because you could see the title of the video when you request the song, or the video itself, and the video said, because the game is called Vampire, and it looked like a cool game. And
yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a cool game, and but he's playing voice lines from that, and it was for some of the endings of the game. And I guess it was the ending of a main quest line, but not the main game itself. And so I was like, oh, dude, this is spoiling the endings for me. I'm kind of, maybe I want to get this game someday. You want to not spoil it. Let's just skip this, just out of respect. And he was like, oh, no. This is just for a side quest, but it's really good. And even if you hear the voice lines, it doesn't matter because this and that, the game is still worth playing, even if it gets spoiled. And I was like, oh, okay, so I couldn't back out of that one, whatever. I didn't want to be an asshole. I could have just straight up skipped the shit and said, fuck you, I'm doing my thing. But I don't want to be an asshole to the guy, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. And so, he did his thing. And then it got to the point where, I couldn't even have a conversation with my other friend over there, Punisher. And he left the call. I guess he said, the guy always uses an excuse, but he was like, oh, there's a storm happening right now. My power went out. So he went offline, and I was like, no, dude. I don't want to be left in the call with B alone because I don't know a way out of it, and he's not going to let me stop. I can't do it. You know what I mean? No disrespect, but I can't do it alone in here with the guy because he doesn't let me conversate. I don't know. I don't know, man. And so he got in, Punisher came back in the call. We talked, and he was like, he got me out of the call, basically. But I forgot. I skipped over the story. Okay, we're going to run it back for a second. So while B was still talking, so after the vampire voice lines got finished, he was like, he was bragging the whole night for some reason about how he did not give a fuck. He didn't care. He wanted to let it be known that
he just didn't care.
He didn't care about anything.
Didn't
okay.
Care.
So he was like, dude, I don't give a fuck. I just don't give a fuck. I don't care. So I was like, all right. And he was.
I've heard this story like 100 times, and it's so funny to me. Oh, it's amazing.
He was like, you want to know how much of a fuck I don't get, dude? I don't give a fuck. I just don't give a fuck. You want to know how little of a fuck I don't give? And I was like, yeah, sure. How little of a fuck do you give, dude? Just like, what do you mean? He's like, well, see, I was in this call with my friend the other day. It was a video call, and he was trying to send a video. He was trying to send a message to his boyfriend because his friend is gay. And he was like, yeah, and so I was just chilling in the call with my friend, and he was naked, and he just had his cock out, and he was just stroking his cock.
Dude, he's stroking his cat.
He was like, he just had his cack out, and he was stroking his cack all night, just in front of the camera, just like the cack was in front of the camera like this, and he was just stroking his cack in front of the camera all night. It was going on for like an hour straight, and I didn't give a fuck, dude. He was just stroking his cack. And the dude just wanted to let us know how little of a fuck he gave, that this man's cock was in his hand and he was stroking it in front of the camera all night. First of all, how do you stroke your cock for an hour in front of a camera?
Like, he must be taking something.
The dude's cock was in his hand for a fucking hour trying to send a picture to his boyfriend. I don't know, but the dude didn't care. He just had his fucking cack out, stroking it.
Stroking his cack.
So he was just stroking his cack. He just had his cack out, stroking it. And it was just, so I heard that, and it was just, I had to tell everyone. It was just the big meme around town. But then, then the time passed, and then, Punisher left the call. Then he came back in. He got me out. He was like, yo, dude. He made up an excuse. He was like, yo, dude, this software we're helping some guy with, he needs your help. If you want to join the call, I'll add you to it, whatever. He made up some excuse. So then I was like, oh, all right, B, yo, listen, I gotta go. I'll talk to you later or whatever. And he's like, all right, dude, when you go, just come back, it's fine when you're done helping that guy, come back into the call. And I was like, yeah, dude, I'll be back, don't worry. And he was like, oh, before you go. And he was like, I was just curious if you posted any videos lately. And I was like, oh, yeah, like kind of recently. I don't know when the last time you saw my channel was. And then so he looked at my channel. He saw that I had face cam videos because I guess he hadn't seen any of them. Hey. And he was like, this is what you look like, huh? Wow. Ooh. And I was like, yeah, yeah, dude, that's me. Yeah. And he was like, oh, well, I got to show you something then before you go. And I was like, oh, is he gonna whip his cack out? So he was like, all right, he's like, I'm gonna send you a picture, just give me a second. And I was like, fucking Jesus, all right. I was expecting it to be like him with the shirt off, like fucking looking like Billy Harrington in the fucking that meme. Anyway though, so he sent this picture. I don't know, it took like 4 minutes to upload into the chat, but he sent a selfie, and
it was a big picture,
and
it was a big one.
It was stuck at like 60% uploading for like the longest time. And he's like, dude, I feel bad. You can leave. And I was like, nah, it's fine, dude. The people can wait on me. He was like, but all right, yeah, I just really want you to see what I look like, because I just don't give a fuck. I don't care if you see what I look like, man. I don't give a shit. Fuck it, man. I don't care. So I was like, all right, this is what all right, cool, whatever. So he sent the picture. He was like, by the way, before it uploads, what do you think I look like? So I was like, I don't know, man. Probably like brown eyes, brown long hair, young. I don't know, dude. He looked exactly like I described it. He looked exactly like I fucking described it, and I'm
In
not
my
gonna.
opinion, he looked like a long-haired young Ice Poseidon.
Yeah, yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, he did. He did.
yeah.
He did. And honestly, to be honest, the dude looked like a cool guy. Like, he looked cooler than I expected him to look, to be honest. I thought he was going to be like some chubby fucking dude who. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't expect him to look like that. He kind of looked cooler than I expected. Whatever. Is what it is. Yeah, so. Then I left the call, didn't come back the rest of the night. And then the next day came. I think it was the next day, and it was the infamous final call with me and Donald.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
what were we talking about? Like, what before we were talking about games, though, right? Like, what was the conversation before it got heated?
So we were doing what we normally do, like play music. I think we were listening to like Pink Guy.
Yeah.
I think I put on a couple Pink Guy songs, and then he started, doing his Russian rock.
And you just didn't give a fuck. You started skipping his music, I noticed.
Yeah, I was just skipping his music because I was just like, I'm not listening to this stuff anymore. I just can't. And then the topic came about, I think it was about like rappers or something like that.
Yes. Yep.
And he said, me and Devin were talking about, I forgot what rapper exactly.
Kid Rock.
No, I played a Kid Rock song in the chat, and he's like, "Oh, I hate how all these rappers are saying that they grew up in like the slums and they had nothing, and little do you know they all lived in mansions and had all this money growing up." And me and Devin are like, you're wrong. And we just started naming off all these people that grew up in really bad places, and he clearly didn't like that at all. And he's like, well, I'm gonna Google it. Yeah. Because I said, I'm like, dude, Kid Rock actually, I believe he grew up like not far from where Eminem grew up. He lived in, I think he was born in Detroit and everything, but he just went to Google it and never came back with an answer. Like, he never said anything about any of that anymore. And then I think he brought up that World War II, Call of Duty World War II, is going to be on PlayStation for free for the month of June.
Yeah. And
then he got onto the topic on how
he was like, we were talking about the story mode because we were like, yeah, it's cool. Yeah. Like, I was like, I don't know why they're gonna make that game free, because like, who would really go back to it? And I think you said, oh, it was a fun game, and we both agreed that the story was really fun. And then he said, you can go.
Well, then he went on and saying how he didn't like how video games like that won't let you be like the enemy. So like World War II, he's saying they wouldn't let you be like the Germans. Other games.
We talked about Battlefield 5 and Battlefield 1. He was like,
yeah, and Devin brought those up because he's like, actually, it's kind of like the whole rapper situation.
Like, actually, I said, I'm pretty sure. I told him exactly word for word. Basically, I said like this. I said, B. I'm pretty sure, and I'm not sure exactly which Battlefield it was, but I said either Battlefield 1 or 5, you're able to play in one of the missions you play as a German soldier. At least one of them. I'm pretty certain of that, I told him. And I was like, because if it wasn't in the base game right away, I'm pretty sure either Battlefield 1 or 5, over the year they would release.
I think it was 5.
Yeah, but I was like, over the year they would also release story DLCs with the maps. But then he was like, no, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. And he was disagreeing with me till he seemed like he was getting red in the face, and he was getting really fucking triggered over that shit. And he was like, nah, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Show me proof. So I was like, all right, I'll show you proof. So I Googled it. And it said Battlefield 1, the first fucking mission, I think it was called Broken or Steel Curtain, I think it was called. that was your mission where you played as a German soldier. I looked, that's what it said online. I don't know if I'm wrong. Maybe I am. Maybe the fuck I am, but it said that in a couple articles online. And he got fucking heated. He was like, no, you're fucking wrong. You're fucking wrong. You're fucking wrong. No. And I was like, all right, fuck it, dude. Fuck it. Like, what do you want me to say? You know? And the fucking dude got pissed. And like me and Donald continued to talk to each other, and he was just like, he got quiet, and then he left the fucking call.
Yeah.
He left. He was like,
he's like, oh, I gotta go, guys.
yeah, all right. You
something
could tell
like
when someone's pissed, they're like, yeah, I gotta go, dude. See you later. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just such an angry type of leaving of the call, whatever. And it's just like, and this is where we have a conflict, you know? It's like we all have our passions, right? For example, I like Fallout. You know, I'm not a lore master. I don't look deep into the fucking stories of Fallout and shit like that all the time. Like, I don't know every little inch of detail. I know a lot about, like, I don't look into every little bit of fucking detail about shit that's on the logs of computers in the game and shit like that. But, like, say Donald also knew about the game and he tried asking me about something and I didn't know the answer to it. I don't expect him to get pissed at me for that. You know what I mean? Same with wrestling. You know what I mean? Like, I don't expect us to get in an argument over wrestling and shit because clearly Donald knows more about that shit than I do. And he could easily, in a nice way, let me know about shit. So the thing with B is that he... And this is fine. Anyone, you could have your passions. That's completely fine. But if someone doesn't know as much about it as you can't get pissed at them for that. You can try and tell them about it, but you can't... It's wrong to, like, really get pissed at that. You know what I mean? So B and his friends are really into the history of, I guess just the history of war in general, especially, like, the era of World War I and II. They're obsessed with, like, Germany and the German soldiers and stuff. That's where B said he wants to plan on moving. He wants to move to Germany. He said he's learning the German language and stuff like that. And so he takes that really serious. And, you know, his profile picture is 2 German soldiers, like, standing there and stuff like that. Bubba was like, is that fucking Hitler doing a fucking salute? I was like, I don't know. But either way, like, and so he was trying to tell us that, like, because I don't know if you mentioned this just in the story we were saying, but, like, yeah, you did. I don't think you did. Where it's like the thing that he really got heated with us about was the fact that, like, not only was he getting pissed about the fact about the games and stuff like that, about how you can't play as the German soldiers, he was also pissed because Donald jokingly, because we like to joke around a lot, Donald was like, you know, he was like, oh, because Bradley was like, fuck, I said his name. I said his name. Yeah. I'm sorry. All right. Well, the cat's out the fucking bag. I'll go back to saying B. I'll go back to saying B, but yeah.
Anyway, he said something about what was it? He was like,
do you know?
He's like, what? Do you know the difference between World War
No. Before that,
German soldiers and World War II?
Before that, though, before you even say that, he was like, do you even know what? Because I think all right. Which game? Battlefield 1 is World War I, right? And then Battlefield 5 is World War II. And then so you said something along the lines of, like, it would be cool to play as one of the bad guys or some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Some shit like that. But you mentioned the Germans as the bad guys. And then he said, and then you could go.
Yeah, he's like, what's the difference between the World War I German soldiers and, like, the World War II German soldiers? I'm like, doesn't matter. They're all the same.
Yeah.
Just that's exactly how I said it. He's like, what? I'm like, they're all the same. Yeah, doesn't matter. That's just how I talk. I'm just like, yeah, it's whatever. They're either way, they're Germans. It doesn't matter what their plan is for the end of the day or not. They're Germans either way. And we're going against them either way, so they're the same.
Yeah.
But he got really butthurt about
he got pissed
about that.
He got pissed about that, and then because he was like, you do know that in World War I, the Germans weren't even the bad guys, right? And then it was just like, whatever. But so he takes history serious. It's understandable. Like, that's what you take serious. You like that shit. But don't fucking... all right, so then the next day, You know, he left.
But they were though. The Germans were the bad guys.
So he left the call, and so the next day I'm playing ESO, man. The new fucking DLC drops. It was a shitty fucking launch. I mean, the servers were fucked forever. My mustache is so fucking gnarly, man. The servers were so fucked. They kept going down. Like, I was trying to play ESO. I finally was able to get on the fucking servers. I was enjoying my time. And then I get a message on Discord from some account that I have no idea who the fuck it is. Now, I'm thinking, because I'm only in 3 Discords right now. I'm in mine, I'm in Donald's, and I'm in an ESO Discord for this new guild that I joined on PC. Because eventually I want to start doing trials, which are the end game, like raids of the game and stuff like that. So I joined the guild and the Discord just for the time being. I haven't talked to them or anything yet, but I'm just in it just as a placeholder until I'm ready to go with them. I've never talked to any of them yet, though. So, but that Discord is the only place where I don't know anybody. I really don't know a single person in there. So I was like, all right, this account that I don't know who the fuck it is, it must be someone from that Discord messaging me about something. Maybe they're like, you know, you need help with something. I don't know. I don't know who the fuck it is. So I check Discord. It's by a name that sounds German or Russian. I don't know what the fuck. So, and they have like a German soldier as their profile. So I'm like, okay. And then the first half of it's only one sentence that is sent to me. And by the first half, I already know. It said, what's the difference? And then I knew instantly. I knew what the fuck this shit's about. What's the difference between World War I and World War II German soldiers was the message. And I was like, motherfucker. I didn't even say that. It was Donald. Why is this motherfucker messaging me? So what happened was, so I typed in my Discord, the main chat. I was like, haha, good one, or whatever the fuck. And so B messaged me privately. And he was like, dude, listen, I told my friend about what you said about the German soldiers, and he got really pissed, and now he's angry, and he's trying to message you. And I messaged him, I messaged B, and I was like, yo, dude, that wasn't even me who said that. It was Donald. Haha, LOL, you know what I mean?
Dude, that was all
I know, it was Donald.
No or nothing, dude.
And then so I said, then he replied saying, KK, dude. Like, all right. And that was it. And then, they never messaged me back again after that. You know, the other guy didn't hit me back up, and they never messaged Donald. So it's like,
yeah, dude, I still have him added on Discord, and he's been on like since I've been home from work. He just keeps popping on like every 10 minutes or whatever, and he hasn't said a single word to me about any of this. He's furious with you, Devin. You broke the man's heart. Okay.
I know.
You shouldn't have been making fun of his future,
homeland
people.
Yeah.
His future people.
So all right. So anyway, but there's more after that. I think it was the next day after that. I don't know if this was in the same day. I think it was the next day after that conversation we had, like where he said KK dude and the conversation ended, whatever. Maybe a day or two later, he sent me a random fucking meme, and I kind of knew what it was about. In a way, it was all right. So it was like a picture. It was a picture fucking meme, and it was like a picture of this island, and I'm pretty sure this island was the site of a nuclear bomb that was tested. It's like an island in the ocean, just a random island.
I think I know what island you're talking about.
Yeah, it was the the reason I know.
Well known.
Yeah, the reason I know about that specifically is because recently I just had a video recommended to me on YouTube of like a 360-degree cam video where like you can literally like point on the screen and like rotate the screen and see, and so it showed like the bomb going off, and like I guess it was like a simulated thing, whatever. It wasn't real, but it was like one of those videos, and it was that island in the picture. But it was like a real thing that happened in real life. They literally tested a bomb there. And there are people to this day that live on that island, and it's like radiated and stuff like that. And I don't know. Whatever.
Well, they don't live on the island itself, but they live on the islands around.
Okay, yeah. So either way, though, it was like
they're messed up.
Yeah, they're messed up from it.
There's some messed up people.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But so it was a picture of an aerial shot of the island. from like a helicopter or whatever, and it was like a 2-picture thing, like how like the meme has 2 pictures on it. So the top picture was that, and it had some text. I don't remember what the text said, and on the bottom picture was like the from Madagascar, that movie, like the fucking hippos or whatever, those fucking female hippos, and but on like the main hippo's face, it had like this Chinese general on the fucking. It was his face, the face of a Chinese general. I don't know what the fucking meme was about, dude, but it was clearly
freaking. Was it the Korean leader, Mr. Kim?
No, it wasn't Kim. It was some dude. I had no idea who it was, but it was just some weird fucking meme, and you could tell it was about war and shit. And I had no idea what it was about. I don't listen. This is the thing.
Devin's not a smart guy.
No. This is the thing. I enjoy all different fucking time periods, okay? Especially like back when I was in school and shit, I enjoyed the most. I loved learning about fucking World War II, especially World War I and shit like that. It was fucking awesome. It's cool. That shit is fucking awesome.
Oh.
But I'm not someone who's it was cool to learn. It wasn't a cool situation for people involved. I mean, it was fucking, war is war. It's scary as shit, but like it's cool to learn about. It's cool to like, But like the thing with me is I'm not a fucking historian. That's not my passion. That's not my passion. It's cool if that's your passion. But don't get mad at me and don't press me on shit that I obviously don't know much about, but I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just whatever, you know what I mean? Like, clearly fucking B, you know more of it than I do. You don't have to fucking press me on that shit. Even, and I wasn't even the fucking guy that said the shit about the soldiers. Like, what the fuck?
Dude, I should just hit him up just to be like, hey, what's going on, mate?
Nah, that would
or just send him a message saying, hey, they're all the same, yeah?
Yeah, they're all the fucking same, dude. I don't know, dude. You can, but the thing is, so I could tell that he was gonna keep trying to send me shit about war and all that shit. So then I was like, I sent him when he sent the meme. I was like, what? Like with the question, I said, what? And then he was like, just give me 1 sec. And then he appeared offline, came back. I waited a couple hours. There was still no response. So I was like, all right, this fucking shit is weird. The guy's creeping me out. You could tell that shit's gonna stay in a weird spot now that he's kind of like basically pressing me on this fucking whole war shit, like he's trying to fucking like, whatever, dude. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. Suck my cock. Suck my fucking cock, all right? I don't care. You could suck my fucking... Suck my girthy meat. I really don't give a shit. Honestly, you know what? I don't care. If you're gonna fucking, like, try and get at me about some fucking shit that I clearly don't give a fuck about, then you could suck my fucking cock. Honestly. That's for anyone. Honestly, suck my cock. You could suck my fucking cock if you think I'm going to care about any of that bullshit, okay? I don't care. I honestly, I don't like when it doesn't get to me when people do that shit, but it's like, I feel like it needs to be said that, like, you're not gonna just sit there and harass me on some shit, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna
especially over something that's
some stupid ass shit.
So dumb.
So
like it.
Get the fuck banned. The motherfucker got banned from my Discord and his fucking friend, and they both got blocked because I don't want to fucking deal with their shit. All right, that's how it is. Now, B, if you're watching this and you're gonna get, because you take shit literally, I know you do. I'm not saying just in general, and no homo, pause. I'm not just saying like suck my cock because I don't like you and shit like that. I like you. You're a cool guy. But suck my fucking cock if you think you're going to press me on some shit that I clearly don't have as much of an interest in as you. You know what I mean? If we're on the same level of shit and we're going to get into a debate about some shit, then that's fine. But if it's something that clearly and he knows that he has more knowledge on it than me, and you're going to get at me on that shit, then you could suck my fucking meat. You could suck the fucking meat. Because I don't care. I don't give a fuck about that shit. So that's how it is, dude. That's how it is. Fucking 50 minutes deep on this bitch. Honestly.
And 90% of it's on your boy.
Fuck, dude. Honestly. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it
Hey,
is.
it had to be said.
It
Like
is.
it's
But that whole
just the whole
yeah.
scenario. It's literally like I'm talking about someone at like work, like a situation at work. Like it's the whole situation could have been avoided if he wasn't so sensitive. He's a very sensitive guy,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
being that sensitive over dumb things like that,
He's
like
sensitive.
something that the person doesn't know anything about, it's like you're gonna have a shitty life, dude. Like you like if you're gonna get that mad over something like that, like you're in for a lot of stuff. Like your life hasn't even started yet, and you're gonna have a hard time, my friend.
You could tell that he's sensitive about a lot of the topics that he cares about a lot. And it's like, I don't know, man. You got to let people like I feel like anybody that gives their opinion on some shit, he'd get
Mhm.
annoyed about. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
don't know. Well, it's whatever,
and
dude.
especially if he was like proven wrong, he definitely didn't
Yeah, we
like that.
proved his ass wrong twice, and
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
more
yeah.
than that.
Twice in like 10 minutes, and
Got fucking
he's so
pissed, dude. Like,
butthurt. He dipped.
listen, if we're having a conversation and I'm wrong on some shit, prove me the fuck wrong, and I'll be like, all right, fuck. I might get a little annoyed, like, shit, I fucked up, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But I'm not gonna be like, I don't know, man. I don't know. But that's the thing. That's how he is. He's that type of person, and we all have met that type of person in life. Um, Even if you're not like an online person like me and Donald, obviously we're not the fucking biggest people in the world, obviously, but like
well,
we have experience with people. You know what I mean? Like if you make YouTube videos, and even if you have like 100, even if you have 100 subs, and you have, as long as you have people that view your content and comment on it, you could have fucking 2 subscribers and make a video that gets like 10,000 views, let's say,
mm.
and you will still experience that shit. You know what I mean, in the comments, because like it's just
Like
people.
we've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
Like I know myself, I've been doing YouTube for about 10 years.
Nah, I'm
Just
almost at 10.
just on and off for 10 years,
Yeah, I'm almost at 10.
and like we've experienced quite a bit in that time. So it's
Yeah,
freaking it's
but
ridiculous,
we all
dude.
know. Even I feel like at like he's the type of person that like you would meet someone like that, even going to school and stuff. You know, people like that where it's like, you know, I don't know. It is what it is. Whatever. He's a cool guy. Brad. B,
Nah,
you're
I did
B,
it again.
B, you're a cool dude. But like, listen, man. We could talk again and be cool, but you gotta chill out. Like, I mean, if you ever see this, which I don't, I hope you don't. I doubt you will. But
Because you're gonna be hearing a lot of "suck my meat."
it's the truth, dude. But that goes for anyone who tries pressing me on any shit. You know what I mean? It's like that's
Yeah.
how it is. You can suck my cock. I don't care. If it's not something that I really care too much about, if all right, if we're not having a straight up debate on it, I don't genuinely care about it. So suck my cock.
Yeah.
Right? It's right there. You know, clearly you don't give a fuck, so suck my cock. No homo. But nah, I mean, fuck it, dude. That is what it is, dude. Fuck, dude. I don't know.
Oh man.
So I told you, Donald, we would have some shit to be talking about for a second, some real life shit. You know,
Jesus Christ.
is what it is, man. It is what it is.
So that's the end of,
I
of
guess,
that
I
one.
guess,
The
and I
episode
mean,
with him.
so now that it's out there, you know, if any updates come,
We'll keep you
we'll keep you
somewhat up
updated.
to date.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, man. All right.
But
Fuck.
should I send him the link of this when it's uploaded?
Nah, dude,
Dude,
nah. Nah.
just put his name in the
I
title.
can't, dude.
Just
Nah.
just,
Nah.
just the story of.
Nah. Fuck, dude. All
Dude,
right, so
that'd be some good stuff right there.
let me just look something up. Okay, so
While you do that, let me just.
okay, fuck off. Okay, let me just do this real quick. I don't want to leave any dead air. Okay, here we go. So, I think you know about this. I've shared it with you, but it would be cool to talk about on the podcast. This fucking guy, dude. Eminem.
Sorry, dude. Let me put my guns away real quick.
Eminem is apparently working on FAC 2. Now,
Dude, speaking of Eminem, before you called, I actually bought a sweatshirt from his website.
oh, the new one.
So,
Was it the new one?
yeah, so I have the Kamikaze patch sweatshirt. I have the Music to Be Murdered by one, and now I have the
Stan one.
Stan.
Yep.
The Stan one.
That's cool. Nice.
Yeah, the thing should be here in like August because they're like
Yeah.
shipping it towards the end of July.
That's
but
dope.
I'm pretty hyped.
That's dope.
It looks pretty cool.
Good shit. Dude, my fucking I need to shave the mustache. It's curling into my fucking mouth, dude.
Dude, just shave it all off. Just keep the chin.
Yeah, I like keeping the chin because I like to fuck around with it.
Yeah, you're like,
I like to just fucking yank it. But all right, so Eminem's working on FAC 2. Now, for those who haven't heard FAC, here's some lyrics. Okay, I'm done. I already came twice. You ain't gonna make me come. I'm all out of gas. Not so fast. Your finger just went in my ass. Ow, that hurts. Take it out now. Oh, wait a minute, ow. Put it back in. In. This don't mean I'm gay. I don't like men. I like boobs. Now see that gerbil? Grab that tube. Shove it up my butt. Let that little rascal nibble on my asshole. Yeah, right there. I'm coming. Yeah. FAC. I just came again. Okay, pull it out now. Oh, fuck yeah. Wait, he's not out. He's still crawling around up there. Ow, fuck. I think it's stuck. Ow, but it feels so fucking good. So that's FAC. And
that's literally one of my favorite songs from him. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Like, I'll play that at work when I'm cleaning, and I'm just, the whole time, I know, like, all the lines to it, so
Yeah.
I'm just going ham.
And, like, the chorus of it is just, like, shove a gerbil in your ass through a tube.
Or
like,
him just going,
Yeah. So he's working on, it's going to be interesting to hear what the fuck he has to say on a FAC part 2. I don't know what the fuck he could possibly
Maybe he's going to pick up where he left off.
Yeah.
He left off with the whole gerbil situation, so...
I just pooped out the gerbil. Now I gotta, I don't know.
Maybe he's going to, like, put a snake up there or something.
No, because I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure in real life someone actually did shove it around that time that he made the song. He must have been referencing this situation. There was
people do it.
There was like a scenario where
people do.
There was someone, but I think there was this crazy situation that I heard a long time ago where this guy or someone shoved a gerbil in his ass through a fucking tube. And it was stuck in his asshole, so they like lit a match in a fire to get it out of the asshole, but it burned inside of his asshole or some shit, dude. I don't know. I heard about that.
There's cases when it'll get stuck in there, and then it can't get out. So, and they obviously don't want to go to like the hospital and be like, "Hey, I got a gerbil in my pooper," and it ends up like eating its way through like the intestines and everything, and does some serious damage to the people. So I wouldn't recommend.
Why do people like gerbils in their fucking ass, dude?
Dude, I guess it just feels good. It tickles your prostate running around up there, dude.
All right. So
I'd say just stick with the tube. Just don't use the gerbil.
So this is I have a video link. I'm not going to send it because we're going to figure I don't have it set up to where we're going to watch videos on here yet. But this was from last year, and I'm just going to talk about what the video's about. But this was from last year, but apparently it's coming back around now as like a thing. So apparently the United States Army and I guess apparently they've been doing this for a while, but now since that they're not able to go to schools to recruit people for the, you would recruit people at schools for the military and stuff. Apparently now, since they can't do that.
I think that's kind of messed up if you think about it.
Well, it's optional. It's an optional thing, you know?
Yeah, but they're literally going to recruit like 14-year-olds,
No, they do it at high
sign their
schools.
life. Yeah, like
Not
it's
14.
freshman year,
Nah.
like you can be
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
14,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but it's like you could be signing a 14-year-old's life away. Like they could be like, "Oh, it's a good idea." That once they sign that paper, dude, they're locked, and
Fuck.
once they graduate, they're gone. Like
Yeah.
they gotta go.
I never signed any of that shit. I don't know if it's like.
Yeah, I stayed away from all that. They'd be like, "Hey, do you want a
Yeah,
pamphlet?" I'm like, "No, no, no, keep
yeah.
it. Give
All
it to some idiot
right.
behind me." Like I ain't about that.
But yeah, all right. So apparently, so now that they can't do that at schools anymore because of the whole COVID shit going around, um, apparently now they're using their esports team. They have an esports team, and they're using that to recruit people into the military. That's what
The
I heard.
military has an esports team.
Yeah, yeah, and it's actually promoted on like if you go on the Warzone, like Modern Warfare store, like you go to buy stuff
Uh,
in the game, you can
that
see
makes
if you
sense.
scroll to the bottom, it like it shows their esports team there and stuff too. They do
Dude,
it on.
I'll join the military if that means I'm joining their esports team. Like that's it.
Yeah. So I don't know if they really want a bunch of fucking gamers being the fucking frontline defenders. You know,
Hey, you never
I
know.
don't think that's the best fucking option to be honest. But
Hey, like look, with all those robots they use in the field, man, they use like PS2 controllers to like control them.
yeah,
So
I wouldn't want them holding actual guns though. You know what I mean? Because you know they know how to shoot in a first-person shooter, but you know what I mean. I don't think they're fucking fit enough to walk a
you never,
fucking in a desert in fucking. Have you seen? Oh, speaking of like that shit, have you seen the movie Jarhead? It's a good fucking movie.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
fucking
It's
love
an
that
old movie.
movie. I actually rewatched it. It's on Netflix. It's a good fucking movie, man. I don't know how.
Uh, have you ever seen Full Metal
I
Jacket?
fucking love that movie. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, that's a
Private
good
Piles,
one.
bitch ass. Is that the one that killed
Yeah,
himself? That fucking.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, fucking
Pretty messed up.
John Krasinski is in Jarhead. I don't know, you know John from The Office. He's in
Yeah.
Jarhead, and he's really fucking young. It's pretty funny. He makes a little fucking cameo in the movie.
Dude, you okay? Speaking of him, have you ever seen A Quiet Place?
I haven't. I wanted to, but I haven't seen it.
Oh my god, it's a killer
Really?
movie. Like it's messed up. Spoiler alerts.
It's fine.
It's messed up because his son gets killed in literally the first like 10 minutes of the movie.
Damn.
Um, which kind of put him and his family in like this weird place. Um, but it's really like interesting. It's kind of like like Bird Box. It's along those lines, but you're not
You can't talk, right? You can't be loud. You can't make sound.
like in Bird Box. You can talk, you just can't see
Yeah,
because
yeah,
if you see, you're basically dead.
yeah,
But in A Quiet Place, you can't talk at all. You can't make any noise
yeah.
because if you do, these big like alien things are gonna come out and just yoink you,
Yeah.
like he yoinked his son, and it's
So
yeah,
I
it's
know his wife plays in real life plays the wife in the movie. Does he have kids like in real life? Do they play his? Do you know if they play his kids or
I
no?
don't think
Um, yes, because all right. So back when that came out a couple of years ago, or maybe last year, that movie, um, on Netflix, I guess they like to fucking yoink ideas. Netflix likes to do that a lot. So on Netflix, I
yeah.
watched basically the alternative to that movie, which was shot really fucking well, and I think it's called The Silence or Silence. I don't know, but you should check that out. It's basically like that. It's the same shit where like you have to be quiet or else these fucking winged creatures will fucking
Mhm.
come after you and shit. And I don't know, that's a good one. But so speaking of John Krasinski, since we're on this topic too, he had the Some Good News thing. I don't know if you heard about that.
Yeah, yeah, his YouTube
He
channel.
would do that, and it was cool. Like he fucking he did just a lot of really cool stuff. It was basically only highlighting the good parts of life, like the good news,
Hmm.
only good things. You know what I mean? And it was cool. I didn't watch every single episode, but I watched, you know, a few. And he did like a prom. He did like a live prom for people who
Hmm.
would have been their prom. And you know, he had like real famous, you know, musicians on there. He had Billie
Yeah,
Eilish. He had Chance the Rapper, I think, was on there and stuff like that. I don't know. So he did a bunch of cool stuff like that, and but now he apparently, and he talked about it on the live stream. He was like, "Oh, I can't wait until next year to do another, prom thing for you guys and stuff." And he always kept talking about like next year, next year. Oh, this like leading people on like this is going to continue. And apparently, I think it was maybe NBC or something like that, one of those news channels. He sold some good news to it, and people were pissed on Twitter about it
Dude, the
because
guy's making money,
yeah,
dude.
and he was defending it like because people were like, oh, nice fucking cash grab. Now we're gonna have to pay to see good news. You know what I mean? Because like he sold it so that like they could highlight all of the good stuff on the news and shit like that. You know, so that there's a one place dedicated to good news, and people were pissed about it. They were like, "You're fucking selling out. What the fuck, dude?" You know. And he was like, "Nah, it's still gonna be free. You could still watch it for free and stuff. Whatever." I don't know, but yeah. So
It's kind of like because he was kind of like, I don't know like the behind the scenes for it. He probably didn't do it all by himself, but like I bet it was pretty stressful for him trying to set all that up and deal with it all.
yeah,
So now I think in his mind he's like, I'll sell it to someone that's gonna do it and do it well,
yeah, more professionally.
and like it's less stress off of him, and people that know what they're actually doing can do it. So I wouldn't hate on him for selling it. It's fucking it's
Yeah, it
life,
is
dude.
what it is. Yeah, he's got to act. He's got to do shit in his career too. Anyway, he can't just have that be his main focus. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's cool that there is like actually going to be a thing for good news. Because like when you look on the news, it's either weather or like someone just got murdered in your
I know.
neighborhood. You know what I mean?
That's the only thing it
Never,
is lately.
never anything good. Never anything
Dude,
good.
speaking of murder, I have a story to tell you.
Go ahead.
So there's this thing that happened, I think it was Wednesday. Yeah, it was Wednesday. So I leave for work. I worked early in the morning, went in, and I get a call from Jacob. He calls the store. He's like, "Dude, you need to call your dad, see if he's all right." I'm like, what's going on? Now Jacob lives right down the road from me now. So I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't know what's going on. And he's like, well, there's all around where you live. Like I live in like a park. He's like, all around where you live, there's SWAT and all these police cars and like fire trucks and everything. And I'm just like, my dad's probably fine. He's probably just sitting in the house with the dog. He's good. And then an hour goes by. I didn't call my dad or nothing. And my another coworker called because they knew where I lived. And they're like, did you hear about what's going on? And I'm like, well, Jacob just called me freaking out. And then she told me, she's like, yeah, there was a guy that went and he found out his girlfriend was cheating on him. And he went and he killed the guy that he was cheating on her with.
Damn.
And this is like 6 towns away. The guy just got in his car and drove. The guy drove to like a street away from my house, got out of his car, ran like a mile down the road towards Jacob's house into the woods, and the whole time he had like a helicopter following him, and he ended up killing himself in the woods like a mile from my house.
What the fuck?
And they came and like they're like when they came here and they were trying to like search people's cars and they were just trying to find the dude because they didn't know exactly where he was until the helicopter found him like walking in the woods, and they ended up towing his car away and everything. And I was like, dude, like if I was here a couple hours prior,
You could have saw.
or a couple hours
Yeah,
after I originally left, I would have witnessed all
yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah.
but man, that was wild. Stuff like that doesn't happen around here.
Yeah, yeah.
It's it's crazy.
That's crazy.
This world is getting pretty bonkers,
So,
man.
so that's like a crazy like encounter type of thing. I guess you didn't
Hmm.
encounter it, but like that actually reminded me of an encounter. I don't know if I told you this. I don't know, but I had a crazy encounter when I was a kid, dude, in the woods. So, all right, I had
Oh, I did
you
too.
did all
It
right.
was
So
scariest
this
moment of my
shit
life.
scared the fuck out of me.
Mhm.
We'll trade stories.
Yeah, yeah.
So my dad and not the guy. All right, so my dad. All right, how do I? My dad was dating this girl who she had kids. You know what I mean? And the kids are
Yeah,
older
yeah.
than me. So he wasn't married to her, but let's call him my stepbrother in a way, even
Mhm.
though dude's not married. Whatever. And also, that's the girl. Like I have a half sister with with the guy that my
Yeah,
dad
yeah.
was with. Whatever. So so that guy, he's older than me. We can call him my stepbrother. For the story. My dad and him and everyone, they all liked, motorcycles and quads and stuff like that. I had a little tiny miniature quad of
Mhm.
my own when I was young. This was around when I was like 9, 8, 7, maybe. Um, and, uh, and so we would always ride around in like the trails and stuff. My dad lived near the woods or whatever, like in a town. We lived in a town and shit like that, but like right near the woods and shit, near the train tracks and like just like the big wooded area and shit. There was trails, and
Mhm.
so I would either be tearing shit up on the property, like I would do fucking donuts on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
lawn, ripping up the fucking lawn. Everyone hated me, the neighbors, my fucking grandma. It was fucking, it was a shit show. But then also we would ride quads and shit like that and dirt bikes in the woods. And so like there was this one time when my dad and like my stepbrother and his friends would we went out on like it was just a bunch of us, at least like 6 of us, let's say. And we went out into the woods to go ride fucking quads and shit and dirt bikes in the woods. And this was daytime, like midday, and we were riding and going fast as fuck, just fucking killing it, going quick as shit.
Yeah.
And I guess like my dad and like a few other people were like really really far behind, and it was just me and like 2 other people just with me. And like I saw someone, and so like I stopped, and it was like a person in like gray sweatpants, no shoes, just fucking socks on. And I'll never forget like the outfit, like this fucking blue shirt, just like how I'm wearing right now, but it was blue and it had a pocket on it. And he was a white guy. He was tall as shit. He was fucking tall, kind of chubby, and he had like this like hair long as shit like mine, but it was like blonde and like like kind of like how like a surfer would like in like a gnarly
So
ride the fucking wave like that kind of
you
hair.
encountered a hipster.
Yeah, but anyway, so no socks, dude. I mean no shoes, just socks on in the fucking woods, dude. So
Dude, he lost him, dude.
I
A
stopped.
bear took him.
Yeah, so I stopped in front of him, and like everyone else came up and they stopped too, and then he was like, I swear to God, the dude looked at me. This was the most traumatic
Oh,
shit ever to me. I was scared. I was so fucking scared because I was in the front. I was in the fucking front seeing this guy. He could have murdered me, dude. He looked at me and he was like, he walked out from the woods into the clearing and went, "Duh, duh, duh, duh." He was doing that. I swear to God, dude. I fucking swear to God.
dude, he could have been like some like mentally challenged guy that's
It
lost.
goes
That's
deeper.
probably why he didn't have shoes,
Nah,
dude.
I know. The story goes deeper though. So all right, so fucking I was like, "Huh? What the fuck? What is this? What's going on?" And I was scared. And so like all the older people, they were like at least 16, 17, at the time, whatever the
Mhm.
people that were with me, and then my dad obviously is a fucking grown up. They were like, "Yo, what the fuck's going on?" They said to the dude. They're like, "Yo, what's up?" So like I like turned my quad around, or no, I was still at the front. I was still at the front, and he was like, "Duh, duh, duh," like he was trying to speak, but that's all he would say would be like, "Duh, duh, duh, duh." Fucking idiot, dude. And Just so fucking weird, dude. It scared the absolute shit out of me. I was shaking. And then my dad was like, yo, Devin, go home, dude. What the fuck? And then so like he was like, yo, he told like 2 people to go with me to bring me back home, whatever. And I was like shaking. I was like, what the fuck, dude? And as I was pulling off, I was like, "Ging," and all I hear is "Dah, dah, dah." So I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I'm like, and I was now that I left the scene, I'm nervous for the rest of the people that are still there. I don't know what the fuck could happen because you're a young kid. You don't know like what the fuck's going on. You know what I mean? You don't know like. You don't know the potential of some random stranger but at the time, like now that I look back on it, all those people that were there could have beat the fucking shit out of the guy, you know, they whatever. But
He's
anyway,
probably just a lost man.
I went home. I went home and I took my fucking like, you know, gear off and shit like that, my helmet and everything, and I sat down. And then my grandma was like, what happened? And I looked at her and I just started crying. I was like, this guy, I saw him in the woods and he just said, and she was like, what? And so I was just sitting there crying and then I fell asleep. But apparently, dude,
This dude's crying over a guy that's just.
It turns out, and there are people that know the story better than me that were there because I don't remember the full fucking details. I don't know if he escaped some place or whatever, but apparently the dude was mentally ill, and
Clearly,
they called the cops on him. Apparently, he had a fucking pistol in his fucking back, like waistband, dude. Apparently, he had a fucking gun, dude. A gun.
A gun.
Apparently, he had a fucking gun, so I could have lost my fucking life, dude. That's the story about that one.
That's some scary stuff.
So what happened to you?
Well, mine wasn't. I didn't encounter no, you know, asylum escapee. But I used to live in like this development in. It was like a pretty big sized town, and the development was in like the middle of the woods. So it was all these houses, and it was like a big circle with like a hill on the top. I actually got in a fight with a kid on the hill in the middle, and his mom came over and was freaking out. Yeah. But I used to, like I was small. I was like 6 or 7, and I used to just hang out with like all the neighborhood kids. And I was just yeah. It didn't matter really what their age was. We'd all just hang out.
Yeah.
Well, one day I was just. Somehow I ended up hanging out with like 2 older guys, and like they're you know riding their bikes around and stuff, and I was riding mine, and I was just I don't know why like I was even hanging out with them to begin with, but they're like, yeah, you want to come because there's like this little like trail way in the back. And I wasn't supposed to go back there at all. Like my mom was like, "No, don't." Like it was like 3 separate circles, and we lived in the middle one. I was supposed to stay in the middle one, and I didn't. I just went off and did my own thing. And I went down, and there's a little trail. Like you'd have to like go under like these tree branches and trail into the woods. And we went out there. And, you know, we're just riding, and this is when it just took the turn for the worst. They're like, oh, you know, you want to play a game? And I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. And they're like, all right, we're going to play some hide and seek. I'm like, okay, you know, I'm a kid. I'm down. And, you know, I was the one that had to go seek. And so I'm sitting there. I counted to like 30 or whatever it was, and turn around, and I'm just looking for him, and it was maybe like a half hour, and I couldn't find him. So like I'm yelling like, hey, where are you guys at? You know, and I realized that they just left me there. I'm in the middle, like I don't know where the hell I am. I think since then, like I got like this iron memory where I just remember specific things and then I can like find my way if I'm lost or something. But I was freaking out, dude. I was crying. Like
Dude.
I'd find like openings and then I realized like my house isn't over there. Like that's a road and I don't know where that road goes to. So I'm freaking out, dude. I finally found my way out, and I'm just at this point, dude. I'm just a wreck. I'm just a mess, and I just went home and I just tried to like I played it off like nothing happened. Like I was just outside. Like I don't even think like my mom, my sisters, no one knows what happened, and I just went went on with my life.
That must have been terrifying.
Dude,
Holy shit.
it was literally the scariest moment of my
Did
life.
you
Like
ever
I
see
was
them again and like did they like say anything about it or
I don't remember, but I felt like I don't know if they were there or gone. Like I felt the whole time I was in there like someone was watching me,
oh god.
and I didn't know if it was them or if like a bear would run up on me or something. I'm just like but yeah, it was some scary
That's
stuff.
scary too cuz you live in an area where fucking bears could, right? You
Yeah,
do. Yeah.
bears, mountain lions, like
Fuck.
bobcats, like it's some crazy stuff.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Ah, yeah.
Oh,
Scary shit.
some
Scary.
yeah.
Yeah. We have some extra topics. I don't know if we're at an hour and 20 minutes. I don't know if you want to keep going. I don't know if you're trying to go to bed soon or you know what I mean. It's up to you though. We have a like
Um, we can do one more.
all
Let's
right.
do one more topic.
All right. So we have a well, all right, then let's get to this first. Well, let's get to this. There's a bunch of like things in this thing. It's about Sony. So let's talk about it. So apparently Sony is arranging a press conference for as early as next week to show off the PS5.
It's on Thursday.
Yep.
It's at Thursday at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, I believe.
And
So it'll be like 3 o'clock our time.
yeah.
And I believe they're showing off. They've released games. They're showing off, I believe, more specs for the console and I believe the console itself. And I saw a picture because I am part of a like YouTuber group on Facebook, and people like post their videos that they upload. And someone had a thumbnail of a console, and it looked like it was real. Like it had the controller next to it and everything. It was like it looked perfectly, it looked like something that would be coming out.
Yeah.
And I like it. I like the look of it. If I can, I'll find you the picture. I might have actually screenshotted it, but I'm not sure.
But yeah.
Oh, I screenshotted this though. I don't know if I sent it to you. But yeah, dude, I'm hyped. Oh yeah, I did send it to you about the Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I looked into that and I follow a lot of Ratchet and Clank and news sources and no one mentioned anything on that, so I didn't count it as anything just yet, but I'm going to keep my eyes open.
Mm-hmm. So here, I'll send you this picture, and you can do a quick reaction to it.
Okay. To my phone, like the
Yeah. I don't know if it's real, obviously, but it looks like something Sony would release, and I like the look of it. It's very different compared to anything that we've ever had when it comes to PlayStation.
That looks cool.
So,
one thing
yeah.
that looks awesome. The one thing that makes me think maybe it's not real is the fact that, because I know that Sony likes to do, I think every game, no, maybe not Xbox, but I know Sony likes to make it so that you could have your console up on its flat or up on its side. That one looks like the sides are rounded, so you might not be able to put it up on its side.
Well, with like the original PS3, you couldn't do that.
Oh yeah, the fat.
I don't believe.
Well, the fat one. No, I have the big fat one. You can.
You can you?
Yeah, I do that. Well, I did that. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. That looks really cool if that is
Yeah,
true.
I like the look of it. It looks like it's because supposedly it needs a lot of ventilation, and it looks like from that
That
whole
top part.
top of it
Yeah,
is it's gonna have some good ventilation on that one,
that's good. Um, all right, and then
and it matches the controller. It's perfect.
yeah, no, definitely, it looks nice. Also, Sony has patented a controller adapter for wireless charging, includes an X and O back buttons. So apparently
I
that's
think
gonna be a
that's
thing.
like,
I'll,
why do you need wireless
I'll
charging?
send it to you on Twitter.
You said it was for the controllers.
Yeah, it's gonna be like an adapter that you can put into the controller, I guess, at the charging port, and then it'll be able to wirelessly charge your controller, and it'll have back buttons on there for X and O.
See, like I have the controller dock for I had one for the PS3 and I have one for the PS4, and like I don't know why we would need wireless charging, like connecting it like how I have my PS4 controllers now is it probably charges them quicker than wirelessly.
Yeah.
So I don't get it. I think they're
Um.
just trying to make things like everything else,
Yeah.
like how phones are starting to do that, and there's obviously like iPads, tablets, stuff like that that all have wireless charging. Freaking the new smartwatches are all wireless.
Yeah.
I think I think making a wireless charging controller is a little
Yeah,
overboard.
it's an adapter, like you can plug it in. If it doesn't come with the console, I'm not gonna get it separately, you know what I mean? I don't need it. But like if it comes with it, sure. Whatever. We can finish these topics. Like these are quick, actually.
Man.
But also for the final Sony thing. Sony, this is cool. Sony is telling PS4 devs that beginning July 13th, any new titles uh submitted for Kurt. The fuck is Kurt? I don't know. It says it on this. I don't know. Submitted though must also work on the PS5, so that's cool. And I know there's going to be backwards compatibility with like
Yeah, they're
everything, but
so what I've read, I've seen quite a bit on it is Sony is they they don't want what developers have done in the past with trying to, for like Madden, for example, they try to get like at least two of them on both consoles. They just want people to focus on releasing all of the games they can for the new generation and don't even worry about PS4.
like yeah,
Like once the PS5 comes out, they basically are like dropping all game support for the most part. Like if people obviously want to publish a game for the PS4, they most likely can until they stop, you know, uh, developing and stuff and stop production. But I think that's really exciting. It's gonna make a lot of games way better than previous
yeah.
generations.
It reminds me of because back that I hadn't thought of a scenario that like kind of relates to this until like just now, but like it reminds me of when with the whole Assassin's Creed situation, like when next gen came out, there was Unity for the PS4, but at the same time also they released Assassin's Creed Rogue, which is now also on PS4 because I think they like ported it over finally. But
Yeah.
like Rogue was like exclusive to last gen for like the longest time. So I don't know. Interesting. But yeah.
I'm excited, dude, for
Yeah.
that console. Oh,
It's
ooh.
gonna be cool. Yeah, it's coming out. When did you say the reveal is gonna be?
It
The
said
third, June 3rd.
uh, it will be on Thursday.
Okay.
So I think that's is it third? It's either third or fourth. I think it's fourth.
The new 6ix9ine song is coming out Friday, so I don't know. Yeah, and Borderlands Handsome Collection is free on Epic. Good shit. Really good shit. And so, all right, I was watching a dev diary on the Minecraft Nether update, and they keep pushing the fact that they want players to live in or at least spend way more time in there. You think that's actually going to happen? You think people are going to really like make that a main place? There's only 3 biomes that there's
I
only
think it could be because now they have wood, so they can build things. They have, you know, there's a lot of things in there that you can just build like a house with. And now with the whole netherite or whatever they call it,
yeah,
you
something
can
like
now
that.
make tools and armor that's better than diamond.
Yeah.
So I think it's possible they'll just have to figure out the whole sleeping situation.
Yeah.
Like it'll have to be some other type of thing instead of laying in a bed.
Well, I'm pretty sure they revealed a lot more ever since they first revealed the Nether, because I also in that video, they were showing off some extra stuff that I had never seen before. And one of the things included, I think it was called, I don't know, something obsidian, not cracked, but like mythical or I don't know what the fucking name of it was, but it was something obsidian, and it was an item that they were going to put into Minecraft way, way back in the day, like alpha days, I think, or something like that, and they never did. And it was
Mm.
gonna be like the developer said like that was back in the day going to be their excuse for being able to respawn, but instead it got replaced with beds. And so now they have this in the game where it's like obsidian, but it looks cracked, and you could see like there's purple glowing out of it. And they said like you could also build your nether portals out of this, but also I guess you could use it to respawn in the nether too. I don't know how it would work. I don't know if you right click on it and it makes you link up with it or something, but I think that you can respawn by obsidian, which is cool. And there's also new creatures that we haven't seen yet too. I think it's called a skimmer or something like that, where it's like it has some of the most, they said, some of the most complex animations out of a creature yet so far. It like bobs back and forth and it like skims across the lava and shit. So yeah, that's a new thing. And they also mentioned the fact that they're not going to add anything like a nether boat or a lava boat where you can ride on the lava. So once again, that
Mm.
makes me think like, I don't know, how are you really going to have as much fun in the in the nether as you would in the overworld, you know what I mean?
I think they should do like some type of boat, but give it like a time limit.
Yeah,
So
durability or something.
like 3 minutes or something like that
Yeah.
per thing that you make. Like you'd have to do like a stone boat or something, and then after the 3 minutes, it just like disintegrates.
Yeah.
So I think that'd be pretty cool.
I'm still waiting for the mountain stuff and the snowier snow and the
Yeah.
goats, dude. All right,
Yeah.
final thing though, Minecraft Dungeons is out. Have you seen any gameplay on it? What do you think?
So I watched a little bit of PewDiePie and Jacksepticeye playing it.
Yeah, I only watched a few minutes of it,
Um,
but
I thought about maybe getting it, but I was like, I feel like it could be a fun game. Like it's easy to play. You know, it's kind of familiar in a way because I've played a lot of Minecraft, so it's I don't know, I might get it.
yeah, I was thinking about maybe
Yeah.
getting it too. I saw like 5 minutes of their video, and yeah, it seems like one of those typical type of games where it's like the overhead view and you're just running through dungeons and getting different types
Yeah,
of loot.
it's a clicker game.
Yeah,
You're just clicking everywhere.
some fun stuff. But yeah, I don't know. It looks cool. And apparently, from what I've heard, Notch does not like it. I don't know. I think Toy Cat made a video. I didn't watch the video, but apparently,
So I've heard people are really disappointed because it's called Minecraft Dungeons, but there's no mining involved at all, and there's no crafting
hmm,
involved at all. So it's basically just they just put the Minecraft name on it, and Minecraft skins on everything.
yeah,
Um, and another thing that I don't like is I actually have a guy I work with. He was telling me to get the game. He's like, "Yeah, you should get it and play with me." So I'm like, "Yeah, I saw it last time I went on Minecraft. They're, promoting it on there, and you know, maybe I'll download it. And then he's like, yeah, if you download it and you click on the thing in the Minecraft launcher, it sends you to another, like a random link that I think it's the uh the Xbox store on your PC, and you have to buy it through there, through an Xbox account. And you have to buy it through there, and you have to download a completely different launcher in order to play it.
Damn.
So you can't play on like Steam, or you can't play on just normal Minecraft.
Yeah.
Like, you have to get it off of the Xbox stuff, and that was pretty disappointing.
Got to go out of your way for it. I don't like how it's stuff like that. They make stuff inconvenient. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, the thing, going back to it, like, I was thinking about it too, like, I was thinking, why would people, I could see why people would have an issue with it, because, like, yeah, there's no mining, there's no crafting, sure. But I feel like it's cool. It's a different spin on Minecraft. It's a different Minecraft game. You know what I mean? If you want to even think of it as Minecraft 2, it's not really Minecraft 2, but it could be like, it's a different version. It's a spin. It's a different take on it. And I think that's kind of cool. It's stuff that we're all familiar with, creepers, skeletons, all different types of stuff.
It's definitely cool. They do have things that from what I've seen, they do need to fix, like not being able to use your own skins, for example. They all have a bunch of preset skins that you have to pick from. They just need to make it feel more like Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
But so far, I guess people are liking it. It's not doing too bad. I think it got I think it was like a 7.8 or something, 7.9 rating from IGN.
Yeah.
So it can't be too bad. It's got a pretty good rating.
I think it'll be cool. I just wonder what the end game is like, because if it just has an ending and that's it, and then you restart, I don't know if that'll be fun. But like, for me, I'm someone who likes to grind on games, and like, if the game has a really cool end game where it's like you could just keep grinding and grinding and grinding on like dungeons that have like infinite shit.
So I've heard comparisons to Diablo, that whole series.
Yeah, that game.
So it's basically Diablo.
Okay.
That's basically what it is.
I've never beat that game, but from what I've heard, it has like a really good end game where you could keep grinding and grinding and grinding. So if it is that way,
yeah, you're probably not just gonna finish the game and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna be able to play the game over and over and over again. So it's.
Yeah, and I've been wanting to get Diablo again. I had it on PS4. I don't have it anymore. But yeah, I enjoyed it. So maybe I'll get. I don't know. I eventually I would like to get this Dungeons game. That would be cool. We'll see. But I don't know, man. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it for the day.
How long was that one?
1:37. An hour 37.
Not too shabby.
We talked about a lot. Mr. B, if you're still watching. Mr. Bean. My guns are gonna be. This guy's looking like Popeye out here. Holy shit, dude.
Dude, you should see these shoulders, dude. Oh, BB.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, get him.
I'll pass you up.
Dude, get him going. My defined forearms, dude. Oh.
It's my ninja way. The thing, I'm at a disadvantage because I broke my wrist and I did that, so I have issues with that shit. So I gotta work on those muscles because they've been in a cast for so long. Damn. All right. Anyway,
what do you mean? You've had the cast off for 4 years.
No, but I'm saying it depleted the muscles and I never worked them out.
This guy's done nothing with his wrists for 4 years.
The only thing I done with my wrist is he's stroking it all night on the camera. Nah.
Stroking it.
All right. Anyway, that's it. Thank you guys for watching episode. Which one? 5, 4, 3.
I
2?
think it was 5.
Either
6-9. 6-9 that. Yeah, your mother.
Yeah, are you looking it up or do I wrap it?
Yeah, I'm looking it up. Yeah, it's 5.
Episode 5 of the Hermcast. Thank you guys for watching. We will see you in the next one. If you're watching this, Mr. B, don't get pissed. All right?
Yeah,
Whatever it is. Get
Yeah,
glad.
I'm sending him the link.
Oh God. Okay.
Screw it.
Peace. Wait. Oh fuck. Oh, there was an error. Okay, we're good.